Well, how's it going, everybody? It's Carpo here, and this is an update and a kind of a general discussion about cannabis butter. And I've got this butter that I just made the other day, and I wanted to show you here. This is what I've been using to make my edibles. And this is very close to what they call the Bob, or the blackout butter. It's a midnight green. It's approximately 2 ounces of fine quality bud to 1 pound of butter. So 1 pound makes 1 batch of caramels, maybe 40 caramels. So each caramel is well over 1 gram of weed, and they're very strong. I had to take one earlier today to try it out, and they're pretty good. So anyway, while I was making the cannabis butter, I started coming across these, everybody who's made canna butter or any type of edibles or grows weed or anything like that has gone through all the sources and articles and all the different opinions about, what's the best way to grow weed, what's the best way to process it, should you decarboxylate your weed before you make the butter, or after you make the butter, or what kind of food are you going to make, how long does it take. The caramels that I make take 15 minutes to cook, and my theory is that it wants to reach about 250 degrees to hardball stage, and so 15 minutes at 250 is enough to decarb on top of the 4 hours it spends in the crock pot. Now, a lot of people talk about making butter in a double boiler, and that works great. I figured I have a crock pot, might as well try it. And many people are reluctant to try new methods because they're afraid that maybe it won't be as potent, it won't extract as well. I'm here to tell you the crock pot works just fine. 4 hours on the high setting. You really only need to go for a half an hour to extract the cannabinoids. You can go for up to 3 hours. I went for 3 hours last time. I'm really not sure what the best would be. I imagine if I had a mass spectrometer, I could pull out a sample every couple hours, and eventually people are going to have these and be able to do this. Be able to measure things as we go, take 2 buds side by side and dry them in different conditions, and constantly test these things as we're doing it. But for now, we just have to rely on the line of threads and a million people telling you that they know what's best. So, the question I wanted to pose here was, what's better for cannabis edibles? Using hash or using full raw plant material? Now, the first batch of caramels that I made, I used 10 grams of hash in it. And those are damn strong. They're good caramels. If you're going for potency and you want to be able to dissolve a lot, hash might be the way to go. Especially if you're not using a lot of butter, because you can dissolve more hash into the butter. That being said, if you're making general food where you're using, say, 2 sticks of butter, I think that using full plant butter is the best option. And here I'm going to tell you why. And this is speculation on my part, and I have no confirmation on this. I believe in the entourage effect. And the entourage effect of cannabis means that not only the cannabinoids, but all of the different terpenes, all the different cannabinoids, all the different even some of the alkaloids and perhaps, water-soluble substances within the cannabis are all working together. So when you make a full spectrum extract, you're getting everything out of it. Whereas when you're making just a hash, say bubble hash, or making BHO, you're pulling out just the resins, mostly just THC. And THC is great if you're looking to get high, but if you're looking for just the medical benefits, it can be a totally different story. So I've tried it both ways, and I think that it's a better high and it's a better quality product when you use the full plant. And if you're going for medicinal benefit, it's definitely the way to go. In fact, I am planning to use, for my next batch, I was thinking, because I'm growing Harlequin Tsunami, which is like a full CBD plant. And so I'm thinking that I make like a batch of CBD butter and a batch of THC butter, and you can adjust those. And say a person needs more of the THC, a person needs more of the CBD, you can adjust that when you're making the recipe. Because a lot of people are making food that gets you high, but when we're talking about the medicinal benefits of the plants, it's totally different. So CBD by itself, that's great. THC by itself, that's great. I think they both need the assistance and the synergy of the rest of the plant, which once again is my speculation based on just the research I've been able to do on it. So, experience tells the story, and people have been making high-quality cannabis for a long time, edibles out of just plain herb, and it seems to have a better effect. So that's my opinion on it, and what do you think? Take care.